drug development as a paradigm for the organizational challenges of diverse perspectives among decision makers. During the waning days of summer 2009, the famous EMBA Team 4 set out to solve one of the most vexing problems in the pharmaceutical industry. Were the Magnificent Six on a mission impossible? Shortly after taking the helm at Stardrugs Pharmaceuticals, Mr. Smuts attended a meeting with the Chief Medical Officer and the heads of the research divisions to discuss the progress on drug development for EMBA syndrome. There is no current treatment for this neurological disease, which is marked by the inability to process sensory inputs, loss of memory, and progressive fatigue. Internal research had yielded a battery of promising drug candidates, and preclinical testing had reached a critical decision point. Prioritization of drug candidates for first-in-human studies and clinical development. For decades, Stardrugs has employed expert intuition as the decision-making model and had vested the Chief Medical Officer, currently a female MD specializing in infectious disease, with the wide-ranging authority to decide on prioritization of drug candidates for testing. Mr. Smuts listened attentively to the discussion at the meeting. The following reenactment of this legendary discussion has been edited for content. Viewer discretion advised.
30 days ago, I asked for an update on the drug candidates for EMBA syndrome, and I've only received conflicting information ever since. So I brought you all here today so that I can understand which drug candidates to pursue. So I need an update on each of your efforts.
My department has developed an impressive battery of drug candidates that target different neurobiological pathways we believe are involved in EMBA syndrome. We have reviewed no less than 8,000 candidates and suggest that 6,745 of them warrant further investigations.
6,000? How many? You're kidding, right?
Huge efforts in the preclinical research department have provided the MD teams with no less than 60 candidates over the last 3 months alone. They've been carefully analyzed against known methodologies and should theoretically work. They're the best drugs we've ever designed.
They won't work. Patients do not show any symptoms in the pathways you are trying to target. I could have told you that months ago, long before you ever threw your drug candidates over the fence.
Oh, really? Now we're suddenly challenging established science. Is that what we're doing here? Is that the path we're going down? They work beautifully in my animal models. The primates responded really well. Humans are very similar to primates, as you may know, so I don't see any problems.
Our focus is on the patients, not the monkeys. My problem is, my obstacle is having this guy explain his thought process to us.
The statistical design methods are self-explanatory in my emails that all of you guys have. My last email was 7-page long with colored fonts and graphs explaining step by step how it works. It clearly iterates the 75 tests and outcomes. You don't get it. Neither you nor him. It's not about the monkeys, it's about the numbers. The numbers can tell us everything.
But I'm working directly with patients. Your models don't provide me with a clear path in how it relates to my patients.
How can I perform linear regression analysis when you never provide me with enough data points to reject the null hypothesis?
They are not data points. They are patients. They are under my care, my supervision. They trust their lives to me. It is my responsibility that they receive the highest level of care. That is the purpose of my life.
Sorry, I need more data points. It's not about MDs, it's about statistics.
Enough. So where do we stand? I need to make a decision on which drug candidates to pursue. It's my decision, and I am the decider.
Why do you always get to decide?
Yeah,
Always has been, always will be.
Okay, well, I'm telling you again that we have provided 60 very strong drug candidates to the MDs. They were slam dunks for them, and still they managed to screw them up in clinical studies.
They were useless. I told you that. I might as well just given them sugar pills. They would have been just as effective.
Well, let's not argue. We're here to help people who are suffering from a devastating disease, EMBA syndrome. Personally, I've never felt more proud of my work.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's way too touchy-feely for me. I don't know about you guys, but let's just test these drugs in humans, get the Nobel Prize. That is my bottom line, that's our bottom line, that's why I'm here. A Nobel Prize in medicine.
Noble. I'm here to understand the variances in treatment response for those 6,745 drug candidates.
You're doing what?
What do you mean what? He has a point. What I'd like to know is why you get the premier parking position in the garage.
Because I'm Christopher Safety.
It's got your name on it and everything. I'm running thousands of models and you get the best parking spot with your name on it, gold letters no less?
Gold.
That's just not right.
All right. Well, it's like it always is. I ask for meaningful contributions, and instead I get bickering, turf battles, and quite frankly, utter nonsense. You are supposed to provide me with the data so I can make a decision on drug candidates. From the data, I have determined that compound STP 6019, STP 6123, 6899, and STP 7005 show the most promise. So that's it. That's my decision. I expect a clinical development plan on my desk 4 weeks from today.
Stop! After Howard Smuts screamed, "Stop!" he angrily uttered, "Surely somebody can explain to me what is going on in my company." When he did not receive satisfactory reports from his top executives regarding the underlying problems, he contracted a trusted consulting firm, Team 4 Associates, for strategic analysis. This is our report.
And I'm finally glad we were able to integrate this process.
Yeah, Team 4 Associates, they had wonderful recommendations for improving our work situation.
They are the best.
Yes.
Yeah, and I really like our ideas. A lot of people put in a lot of good ideas and
And,
suggestions.
And I finally understand where you're coming from.
It's good that all of us are on the same page now. It makes it much simpler.
I must admit, I was ready to quit, but now I cherish every moment at work.
Well, I mean, I have to say, we have never been more productive.
But I doubt we would have been able to accomplish all of this with the CMO in charge.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Can I join you guys?
Sure.
Sure, yeah, come in. Actually, Mr. Smuts asked me to hand this to you.
Excuse me, could you please leave the lab coat here?
Thank you.
Hey guys, listen to this. Listen to this, guys.
You're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired.
Love, exciting and new. Come aboard.